together first, just a long, slow breath in
Mm-hmm.
through the nose. Hold for a moment, relax your shoulders. Exhale through the mouth. Just know this is a safe space. We can explore uh, anything you need to here today. And with that said, we don't have to go anywhere that is too uncomfortable for you. And I'm here to support you with any of your curiosities, challenges, pains,
Mm-hmm.
fears, etc., that you may have. And with that
Thank you.
said, I pass it over to you to share with me what's alive for you right now.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity. I
Of
appreciate
course.
it.
Yeah.
I'm really nervous, so I'm gonna be taking a lot of deep breaths
Take
throughout
your
it.
time.
Okay.
I
Um,
really, I'll say this. I really honor your courage, and I really appreciate you being here. And whatever the thing is that you want to bring forward today, just know there's a beautiful potential opportunity to see it and feel it in a different way.
mm,
So just be you, just be in your truth.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I grew up, it's like hard to talk about how I grew up because it's so intense. It was a cult
Mm.
my parents were a part of. So it was a lot of controlling, not feeling loved, unless we were doing what my mom really wanted. My dad was more unavailable in all aspects. So like I didn't feel like I had anyone safe to go to for with anything. It was just very isolating. So that's been a lot, and I just left it like 2 years ago.
Mm.
So it's like really a lot to move through, and I have 4 kids, so it's just so busy, and I'm just trying to go day by day. But
Mm.
it, like my I got divorced too like a year ago, almost a year. Um so yeah, my ex is still a part of this cult, and right after getting divorced I got into another relationship which was not good either.
Mm.
He was very um emotionally unavailable, and uh abusive, emotionally abusive too.
Mm.
Defensive, anger issues.
Was that similar to your first part, your first husband?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, so then I ended that, and that was um 8 months we were together. Um, but that was just it's just a lot to process,
Mm.
and I
What?
feel like embarrassed, ashamed of
Yeah.
myself
Yeah.
with all of that, and with being from a cult, because I feel like so like I don't even know anything. I feel like I'm 18 trying to figure out life, and I'm
Yeah, but
37.
and you've got 4 children, which you're obviously is a big responsibility, right? Like it's
Yeah.
really, and I don't even know the the arrangement logistically with your ex-husband. Does he see them? Is he in their lives at all?
Not really. It's very
It's really
rare.
on you.
Yeah, it's really on me, and
Mm.
he doesn't take any responsibility in a way. Like he
Mm.
provides. He's always been a good financially provider.
Monetarily,
Yes,
financial provision.
materials.
Yeah.
Yes, which I feel like is part of his culture. It's like
Mm.
as long as you're providing financially, then you're doing good as a husband.
Mm.
So that,
Mm.
yeah.
So
Um,
I just want to share something with you that may be really useful for you, and then I'm going to ask you a question if that's okay.
mhm,
Yeah, and I really appreciate you sharing this. And it is a lot, and it's a really interesting example you gave around. I feel like I'm 18 and just not, starting out in the world, not knowing where I am, which makes a lot of sense, especially if you've been indoctrinated in a cult, in an institution or an organization where your sense of belonging is forced, right? Like your sense of connection to other humans is forced. Like if you aren't
Mhm.
this, then we don't want you, or we will judge you, or we will ridicule you, or we will force you out in some capacity, or we will force you to be like us. And so when belongingness is forced, it becomes really challenging to find the places within ourselves that are us, number one. Number
Mhm.
two, it's harder to actually access love and sincere care because
Mhm.
connection is forced. So now intimacy becomes confusing and or unsafe.
Mhm.
You've been in this cult since you were born. Before we came here, I commented on what a beautiful name you have, and I asked you to, pronounce it for me,
Mhm.
because it was a name that I wasn't familiar with, and you shared, oh, my parents converted to Islam prior to having me, and that's an Islamic name. That's not my ethnicity per se, but then we grew up in
Mhm.
this Muslim cult, and so this is less to do with Islam or Christianity or
Yeah.
Buddhism or any of the
Mhm.
religions per se or spiritual practices, but it's got more to do with the indoctrination that you've experienced in your life and the fact that you were with this cult, with this organization, this group of people for 35 years of your life. And you're 37, as you just shared a few moments ago.
Yeah.
So, for the vast majority of your life, this is all you've ever known.
Yeah.
So, your sense of belonging, your sense of self, your sense of worthiness, your sense of attunement to the world is through this culture, right? Through
Mhm.
this cultural practice that is the cult, right? Are you
Mhm.
comfortable sharing what the name of the cult is?
Naqshbandi.
Okay. I'm unfamiliar with it, but I'm just
Mhm.
more curious, right? Because again,
Mhm.
there are going to be people that either are part of this or are familiar with it or have been in cults themselves. It's
Mhm.
uncanny how many people grow up in cults that experience a lack of connection and abuse and
Mhm.
disparity and turmoil in their own lives, right? So
Yeah.
for so long, your sense of belonging has been attached to this group. Now you don't have that group because you've removed yourself from it, which is again very courageous with 4 children.
Mhm.
So because that's a lot of responsibility. That's a significant, noticeable amount of responsibility, and so you've removed yourself from there. So
Mhm.
it's very normal for you to feel like I'm 18 and I don't know where I am and I'm starting all over again. And I would even guess, and please correct me if I'm wrong,
Mhm.
but did you even really, when you were actually 18, was your agency and autonomy and sovereignty even yours? No, you were. My guess is you probably were in an arranged
Having
marriage.
arranged. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you've never actually experienced being 18 per se, but conceptually you can get it, you can grasp it, you see the world around you, right? Especially with social
Mhm.
media and media in the world and so forth. We're so
Mhm.
hyper connected in that way, right? But so
Mhm.
emotionally disconnected
Yeah.
that my guess is there's a part of you that is craving to actually be 18 and
Yes.
wild in the world, right?
Right.
And I
Mhm.
wonder, like, do you actually, again, I think maybe diving into a relationship immediately or very close after your divorce was probably an attempt to be a little rebellious or wild, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
again, all you ever knew was that kind of man, because my guess is you married him pretty young, your
Yes.
ex-husband, yeah.
Mhm.
So it's all that was familiar. So you just gravitate
Mhm.
towards what's familiar because that also feels safe. That's the paradox.
Right. Yeah.
So with all of that, let's just
Mhm.
take another breath again and relax, soften. Now, with that said, my guess is that there are a number of challenges or curiosities that you have. But what's just for now,
Mhm.
what is something that you specifically that you need and want some support with?
Um, I mean, it's a lot because now I have a 15-year-old. I was married for 16 years, so I have a
Mm,
15-year-old and 13-year-old boys. And they don't
mm,
even want to be in contact with their dad because they know.
mm.
That's why I also feel guilty that I told them too much stuff. Um,
Maybe you did. Maybe I don't know what you told them exactly, but maybe you did out of anger. I'm going to ask you to be kind to yourself. I think you're intuitively probably tapping into something that maybe out of frustration, resentment, just being suppressed for all of your life,
mhm.
or so much of your life you wanted to blur, and maybe you did share too much. You can't take that back per se, but you can
Mhm.
learn to be kind to yourself and understand the reasons why that happened so that it
Mhm.
A doesn't happen again and you have greater containment within yourself
Right.
for you and your children. And more importantly, that you're really releasing the pain and the big emotions that are associated with that suppression as well. But we'll get to that in a moment. But
Mhm.
please
Mhm.
continue.
Yeah, so I feel like I definitely said stuff out of fear because I didn't want them to be a part of the cult. Um, yeah,
Fair.
which I feel like the 15-year-old was able to take it in and be like a bit more, uh, process it a bit more. But he still has a lot of anger, so I am
Mhm.
trying to like get him into a therapist or just someone to let out some stuff or whatever he needs to
Does
say.
he have any healthy male role models in his life?
No,
That's
that's
a
yeah,
challenge for a young
that's the
boy, young man.
because there's no healthy males in the cult. There's no. It's very everyone is very unhealthy mentally, emotionally.
Yeah.
So which
Define just for my understanding, and you don't have to go into great detail, but when you say
Mm,
there, no one's really healthy in the cult, particularly you're referring to men here. Give me examples of
mm,
character traits or actions or behaviors or
yeah.
philosophies, ways of being that are unhealthy to you.
It's very controlling.
Mm,
It's yeah, there I felt like I was treated like a maid, a servant to
mm,
my husband,
mm,
to community. Yeah,
mm,
it was very that and lying. Like lying is
mm.
not a big deal. Like they're allowed to do it. My ex-husband had two secret wives. So it was just really deep pain I've gone through.
Yeah, I'm very sorry for that, and I can only imagine like the deceit and just the dishonoring of your value of your being, like to not be considered, to be controlled, to be suppressed. It's very heavy. It's
Hmm.
very heavy on the human spirit.
Yes, and it's like I was not allowed to make friends from outside. Everyone
Mm,
had to keep friends from inside, you know.
mm,
So
yeah.
even though I wasn't the base, they base out of Michigan, so even though we live in Connecticut, it was
Mm,
he was still very controlling of who, yeah, I'm so isolated. I still live in Connecticut and I don't have any friends here because I was never allowed to. So it's just
yeah.
like building I just have to like build a community
You
on
do,
my
and
own.
yeah. Well, yes, and right. So I would love for you, and I just want to jump forward here a little bit. Firstly, I feel a lot of vitality from you. And actually, I experience you as being quite clear
Mm,
in who you are. I know you're on a journey and it's only been 2 years since removing yourself from that environment, but there's a power that you hold. I don't know, or I'm not sure if you can touch this within yourself, but what I'm
mm,
experiencing of you is clarity and power
mm,
and knowing where you want to be, and also understanding that it's been really difficult and that you
mm,
have some challenges with with your boys, with feeling isolated. My guess is as well
mm.
you probably at some level are desiring healthy love and healthy intimacy with a partner, where you can actually be seen. And
Definitely.
my sense is, again, correct me if I'm wrong here, but there's a part of
Mm,
you that actually really understands and knows that, well, in order for me to attract healthy love and healthy partnership, there's a level of inner work that I need to do in myself, which I think is where
def-
you're at, right?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yes.
which is great. And so, yes, the beauty is, and it's challenging, you are responsible for creating your community now and you get to choose. But again, that's
Mm,
really unfamiliar to you. You having
yes. Yeah.
sovereign choice and agency over your life and over what you want to do and how you want to do it is really, really foreign to you. And so there's going to be
Mm,
like pullback. There's going to be, I'm not
mm,
sure how to do that. And
yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
personality and the ego coming in. And
Okay.
that's the personality wanting to remain safe in the
Mm,
belief systems and the practices, the actions and the behaviors that it's familiar with. And that's where
mhm,
your personhood, your soul, your heart's desire needs to step in very lovingly and very kindly.
mm,
Say, hey, we're going to do things differently now. And it's scary, and that's okay, but we're still going to move forward. And so, what does it look like for you to bring, to welcome friendship into your life, to welcome people that you may have something in common with, and or that you may share similar values with, or that you're attracted to their energy? And I'm talking about it in a
mm,
platonic way. But the
mhm.
thing is, you've got to rediscover yourself. Like you've got to figure
Yes.
out for you and be
Mhm,
more self-care, not just of course your children, but the more resourced you are, the more you'll be able
mhm.
to give to your children and to life. But
Yes,
how,
yes.
yeah, but how can you, well, like, what interests you? Like, is it
Mm,
pottery? Is it archery? Is it
right.
crafting? Is it basketball? Is it whatever?
Yes.
Like, is it
Mhm,
investing in I don't know, following the stock?
mhm.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, what are
Right.
the things that interest you? You're discovering and
Mm,
rediscovering yourself. Is it having warm baths all the time? Like, what? Like, what is it for you that really you're freer now than you
mm,
ever have been. And
mhm,
I want you to remind yourself of that, and that's okay, that you deserve that, and that it's safe to be free, because there's going to be a big part of you, your nervous system is going to be retracting and pulling back and pulling back and pulling back and saying, no, 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 we're not free, we're not safe, we're not. This isn't how it is. But you
yeah.
are. You've broken away from a cult. You've divorced your husband. You're in a safer place than you ever have been.
Mhm,
And I know it's come at a cost. Like I know it's come at a cost of being away from what's familiar with the people in your life.
mhm,
Even though you want new friends, it's still hard. And so you can hold both
mhm.
realities. I'm going to pause there and I'm going to ask you, what are you hearing me say and what are you feeling?
Um, I have choice now. Um, so which that does give me does make me feel good that I have choice. Like I have a choice in my life and what I can do and want to do, not to do. And yeah, so that does feel freeing. Um, but yeah, the main heaviness for me is like my 4 kids. Like it's so much responsibility on my
Mm,
own. Um, and then yeah, I'm trying to reparent myself also
mhm.
because I did not have real parenting. So
Well,
I'm
you
learning.
didn't receive the parenting that you probably needed. You didn't receive
Mhm,
safe, healthy parenting. Again, I don't know the
mhm,
intricacies of that, but just putting it together and what you've shared, you know?
mhm. Well, I was one of 12 kids, so there
Oh,
was
wow.
not. Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
That's a massive, that plays a massive role in, again, like, hey, where were you in that? Where were you in
I'm
the
eight,
order of
the
that?
eighth.
I mean, I imagine and these are all births through your mother, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so I imagine by it being the eighth child, again, I don't know your mother, but
Mm,
there's probably a level of tiredness there as well. And if
mm,
you're saying that
mm,
women weren't respected and revered and appreciated, and these are my words, not yours, but in this
mm,
cult, I imagine the same was passed to your mother. So she was
mm.
probably dealing with her own pain and her own sense of worthiness being very low,
Yeah, yeah.
or her sense of disillusion or ignorance or fear or whatever, right? And so where's
Mhm.
the attention for you as a child?
Yeah, yeah. Well, she had her own traumas as a childhood. She was sexually abused. And I didn't know this until a year ago when my sister told me. She had told, yeah, my mom had told her.
Mm.
And
Are
like,
you
yeah, my
still in
mom would
contact?
never, sorry,
Are you still in contact with your parents?
I cut them out. I cut them out. I just couldn't
Mm.
handle, I can't handle them right now, to be honest.
That's self-honoring and that's okay.
Yeah, yeah. It was more like I was a parent to them, to be honest. So yeah, so it's just isolating. But I did do Be the Queen with you and Christine, so that really helped me and I made a friend. And we talk pretty much every day through that.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. So that was really beautiful. And I'm really grateful for that because she's my only friend right now. And my sister,
Yeah.
she's my one sister who's out of the cult too. So yeah, I
Mm.
have two. So it's something, it's better than nothing.
Oh, 100% yes.
Yeah.
100%. Do you ever have space in your day to sit with yourself and connect to like what you're really excited about
Mm.
in life? Do you ever give yourself that opportunity?
No, yes, I am trying to. I am trying to do that every day, honestly. It is I don't do it every day, but I try to because it does feel good to do that. Um
What's
yeah.
your day consist of? Do you work? Are you minding your children? Like, what do you? What's your day look like?
Yeah, so I'm just with the kids. My 4-year-old started preschool, so I bring her to school.
Mm.
And then yeah, my I make sure my 13-year-old gets to school, and then my 15-year-old is doing online school right now. So yeah, it's a lot. So it's busy.
Yeah,
And
your
then
hands
our
are definitely full with your children. It doesn't sound to me that you have, and this is why I'm asking, right? Like,
Mhm.
it doesn't sound to me that you have additional help.
No.
No.
Yeah, no.
So, I just I want to observe something, okay? And I
Okay.
want to name something. So you've gone from being in a cult where you've been controlled and your time is not yours. Your
Mm,
life really isn't yours. You're at the service of the cult, of your husband, of your family, of the cult, of that culture, right? Of your children as
mhm,
well. You've
mm,
left that, and again, my guess is that in some capacity, when you were part of the cult, uh,
mm.
you weren't the only one looking after your children, correct?
I was the only one.
You still were the only one as well.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so you've so you didn't really have any support then either.
No.
Any
No.
like actual physical, tangible, logistical support.
Mm-mm. No.
Okay, because you were living in Connecticut and the
Yeah.
cult was in Michigan. Okay.
Yeah, and I was never my ex-husband never wanted to get like babysitters. Like, yeah, like everything was me.
Yeah.
I had to do everything.
Yeah. Well, and you still are, right? And
Yes.
I'm not saying that's a bad or a good thing. I'm just
Yeah.
saying it. You still are. And what I mean by that is
Mhm.
that there's less space and time that you have, quote unquote, for yourself. And my guess is that time is probably, um, in the evenings when the kids go to sleep,
Mhm.
maybe pockets during the day where the kids are at school, even though your
Yeah.
15-year old, my guess is pretty self-sufficient. So,
Yeah.
and so you're going to have pockets during the day. But
Mhm.
I'm sharing this with you because my invitation to you is to really prioritize your self-care and
Mhm.
prioritize the exploration of you, like you in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like who am I? That's the question that
Right.
and you're only going to really discover that when you create space for yourself, either in the
Mm,
practice of curiosity, like just blank space. And I know you have a
mm,
lot of responsibilities. I can't even imagine like, 4 children by yourself, and you've been doing it for years.
mm,
And also the practice of self care. So blank space and self care, even if it's just a few minutes a day.
mhm,
If you don't give yourself this time, my concern for you is that
mm.
you'll just keep being on the same merry-go-round that you've been on for the last 35, 36, 37 years. And
Okay.
that you'll lead from desperation when it
Yeah.
comes to pursuing partnership and romantic partnership. And you'll
Mhm,
compromise yourself and you'll compromise your needs and you'll fall
mhm,
into old attraction patterns.
mhm. Yep.
But if you give yourself this space and you build slowly, right, and you give
Mm.
yourself this time to be in self-care, um,
Oh, sorry about that.
that's okay. You're good?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we're good? Yeah.
Yes, I'm good. Yeah, sorry.
No problem. And you give yourself that, you're going to have a greater chance of actually creating healthy support
Mhm.
systems in your life, reliable,
Yeah.
trustworthy support systems in your life, whether it be a nanny, whether it be like a part-time help or something, whether it be
Right.
friendships, just bringing in friendship circles, like connecting with other
Mhm.
mothers, connecting with
Yeah.
other human beings, full stop.
Right.
This really matters for your own sense of self, your sense of
Mhm.
self-worth and who you are in the
Right.
world. Because if you are unable to do that, my concern for you is you'll slipstream back into old patterns.
Yeah, I mean that's my concern too, to be honest. It's so I get so overwhelmed and drained just from my all my responsibilities, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying trying to like focus on and just like think about what I can do for myself and yeah.
Well, let's just
Um
in the short time we have left, right, today, let's because this isn't about solving all your problems, right? These sessions aren't about that.
yeah.
And no session is actually. No
Mhm.
exploration is like sometimes we come to really clear solutions that feel more
Mhm.
macro and big, and sometimes they're just more micro steps towards something that's bigger. But
Mhm.
in this moment, like, what does that look
Mhm.
like for you? Like if you were to think about that now,
Mhm.
what does space and
Mhm.
self-care look like? If you can close your eyes for a moment and just breathe really slow and just slow down to the tempo of, the speed of the wisdom that lives inside of you, and you were to feel into what feels spacious, reprieve, what gives me a sense of freedom. Maybe it is going to the gym 3 times a week, right? I don't care what it is. It's less about that and more about you connecting to something for you, because you've spent all your years not making it about you, even in the parentification of you and your parents, of that entanglement. So give me, not me so much, but yourself, like what is something that you're curious about that is for you?
Hmm. I mean, it's my main problem is getting childcare. So it's usually just my son doing it.
Hmm.
My 15-year-old, I'll ask him, or my 13-year-old.
Okay. Okay. So,
So,
pause it. I don't want to. I just want to pull you out of something for a moment. I totally
okay.
hear that. I don't want you to solve per se um, the challenge of childcare just yet. Even though
Okay.
you've got some
Okay.
solutions, which is it seems like your eldest boys are happy to support with the youngest ones, with their siblings, which is
Mhm.
beautiful, right? Hopefully
Mhm.
not out of guilt or obligation, but just sort of family connection, And again, that's put that aside for now, but that would be the healthiest thing. But
Mhm.
identify, do you have any space in your day, in
Mhm.
your week that can be for you? Just to connect to the
Um,
truth of that, if that's true, yes or no.
okay. Connect if it's true. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to. If I feel like it is possible. It is
Does it
it is
exist in your day?
possible.
Does it exist in your life at the moment?
It just doesn't feel I don't know how to describe it. It's like I have things that I do want to do. I want to do weight training.
Speak
That's
more to them.
something that I
Keep saying. What else do you want to do? I want you to connect to the things that you want to do. I want you to speak them out loud.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't had a voice
Um
for 37 years, so it's important you
yeah,
voice that.
I love horseback riding,
Great. What else?
painting. I'd like to do a painting class. I just like to go to the library and read and whatever. Just
This is
have like
beautiful. This is beautiful. Yeah.
I love going to the beach. I don't care if it's cold or not. I just love the ocean.
I hear you. I'm the
Um,
same.
yeah, and
All right. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm going to repeat back to you what I'm hearing. There's so much here. We got here. This is great because it's hard for people that have been beat down their whole life, especially around their worthiness and the value that you have, to even just come up with saying something out loud that you'd like to do, that you'd love to experience. And you deserve to
Mhm.
experience these. Saliha, you really do. You really do. I want you to hear that. I'm going to repeat back what I heard you say. You'd love to spend some time at the beach, rain, hail, or shine. Some time at the library just reading, painting. Yeah. Let those tears flow. This is you deserve this.
Yes.
This is beautiful. You'd like to strength train a few times a week.
Mhm.
Yeah. And horseback riding. So my sense is that once a month, right, or a couple of times a month
Mhm.
actually, like I would even say once a week,
Mhm.
you could go horseback riding once a month,
Mhm.
right? You could go do a painting class either every week or just even once a month, right?
Mhm.
You could go to the library, and I don't necessarily want you to bring your children. I would rather you just go by
Mhm.
yourself and read for an hour even, right?
Right.
And I also understand that sometimes the logistics of arranging all this can be even more, can be overwhelming as well. Like I totally
Right.
hear that. I just want to acknowledge that part too, right? That can
Mhm.
be difficult. But out of all those things that you just mentioned, those five beautiful things, even if you just
Mhm.
did one of those things once a month, even if all you did out of all of that was
Right.
maybe go horseback riding once a month by yourself,
Mhm.
and you went
Mhm.
to the beach once a week or once every 2 weeks or once a month, just sit there for a little bit, right? While
Right.
maybe the kids are at school and and I know you've got stuff to do. I know you've got food to
Yeah.
prepare and grocery shopping. I get it.
And
to the best that I can, right?
yeah.
And I
Mhm.
really invite you to make time for yourself. You know exactly the things that are going to bring life into you. You're only going to have more energy and more life and more clarity and more presence and heart for your children, which I
Yeah.
feel you love so deeply, right?
Mhm.
If you give to yourself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yes, I know there's inner work to do from the unprocessed trauma of your childhood, which you've started doing some of that, of course. But you don't have to harp on that either. Let
Right.
let that come when it presents itself. Be proactive in dealing with those things. But part of how you deal with it is
Mhm.
giving to yourself. Part of you healing here
Yeah.
and feeling
Right.
more whole is giving to yourself.
Mhm.
There is nothing actually really stopping you outside of your belief system or your personality, your ego, or your mindset, or the fears, the contraction in your nervous system. And these are big
Yeah.
things, by the way, but those are the things that you can move through that.
Yeah.
You can choose to,
Mhm.
horse riding might be a little challenging. Finding a painting class could be a little challenging right now. But you
Mhm.
also could just, again, if I'm giving you an example here, I just want to make it
Mhm.
accessible to you. And I don't want to make it overwhelming. But next time you're at the store, buy some
Mhm.
basic at Walmart or whatever, basic painting
Yeah.
equipment. And then in
Mhm.
the evenings when the kids go to sleep, put a little YouTube thing on and learn to paint.
Mhm.
Right. And it's not about
Right.
accomplishing anything. Right. Do it for
Right.
15 minutes, 20
Yeah.
minutes, 10 minutes a
Mhm.
night. It doesn't matter. 10 minutes a week. It's better
Mhm.
than zero. Right.
Right.
Go to the beach
Right.
for 20 minutes when you drop the kids off at school and you've got an
Mhm.
hour. There's,
Yeah.
you can do this. I know you can.
Right.
You
Yeah.
have to start giving to yourself so that you're telling the world around you, you're telling your nervous system that you're worthy of being given to. So, and then
Right.
more support will come to you. Ask your
Right.
sister for support or your friend if you need to, if you trust them.
Mhm.
Right? Like, say,
Mhm.
hey, can you look after the kids for 2 hours once a month so I can go horseback riding?
Mhm. Yeah, no, they live in different areas. I mean, my sister's in Michigan and the
Yeah.
friends in Vancouver. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just giving you an example, and you're going to
Mhm.
make more friends though by doing things that you love too. That will happen.
Mhm.
It will happen with time.
Right. Yeah. I'm not trying to overwhelm, like, force to make friendship right, friends right away. Yeah, it
No.
just takes time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah. Thank you.
I want you to just, the invitation for you is to really prioritize yourself and love on yourself.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
That's the priority and that's the
Hmm.
focus.
Yeah, and that's what I've been feeling this last, feeling it even more, to really love myself, because I didn't get that as a child, during my marriage.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is the coming back to yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
it's through processes of self-care, noticing and then changing with compassion, your inner dialogue, the inner narrative about your
Mm-hmm.
life, about yourself. And then, of course, engaging in things that you really enjoy, that light you up, that spark curiosity and creativity,
Yeah.
because that is
Mm-hmm.
part of the essence of life. And that's been stunted in you for a very long time. You grew up very young,
Yes.
you grew up too quick.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It's time to play a little bit more. It's time to have some fun and
Mhm.
joy and let your children see that
Mhm. Right.
and feel
Yes.
that.
Yeah. Which, that's one thing that I did start doing more of, taking my two youngest, my 4 and 2-year-old, to the playground more.
Mm.
Because even with my two oldest boys, I didn't take them out that much.
Mm.
It was just, I just felt so fearful.
You
So,
were surviving.
yeah,
You were
I
busy
was
surviving.
definitely survival
Yeah.
mode all the time. I
Yeah.
was, yeah.
So
So
every night
that's,
before
yeah.
you go to sleep, right? And
Mhm.
every morning when you wake up, put a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly
Mhm.
and just
Mhm.
say, I'm not in survival anymore. And say it three
Mhm.
times, nice and
Mhm.
slow, with long, slow breaths in between. And feel your body soften into the mattress. I am safe and I'm no longer in survival. You need to remind yourself of that.
Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
bless
did
you.
join Decode the Masculine too, so that has been
Oh,
helpful
so happy,
too.
yeah,
I
so
love
happy to
it.
have you there. Yeah, I'm really, really glad you're with that. You're gonna make, my sense is you'll make contacts and connections there as well. Like just keep being yourself, keep sharing, keep being open. It's a
Mhm.
beautiful community, it's growing, and you're
Mhm.
going to eventually meet people that live in your area as well, right?
Mhm.
Women that live in your area. And so Decode the Masculine is a beautiful opportunity for you to share your truth and actually experience being supported. Ask for things, express your
Mhm.
needs.
Okay.
You don't have to be attached to anyone responding. It's not about that. It's about you continuing
Mhm.
to cultivate the courage to be more of yourself and ask for what you need and show yourself, like be vulnerable.
Right.
Because
Right.
again, your vulnerability growing up was stunted. It wasn't allowed.
Yes.
There was no
Yeah.
space for you. This is why I really encourage you to make space for you because you're making space for the little girl that lives within. When you
Yeah.
go horseback riding, that's probably what the little girl wanted to do. When you go to the beach, when you paint, when you do all these things, you're not only feeding your soul, but you're nurturing and nourishing that little girl that lives inside.
Mhm. Yeah.
Bless you, my dear. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm really excited for your journey ahead. And I'm
Thank
really,
you.
for whatever it's worth, I'm really proud of you and I'm really inspired by the action that you took to leave. It's not easy.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, it was very scary. Yeah.
I can only imagine. Yeah.
Mhm.
Bless you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.